So everyone has their own thoughts on social media and what social media does positively and negatively for our world and people today. Today we'll be discussing the negative impacts of social media and how it has ended friendships and relationships. Another issue is people have an issue with their appearance and what they look like, so therefore they go to social media. And there's a bunch of different reasons on why they go to social media, but the reasons I will be stating in the next claims. A quote that I found from a website was, "Most adolescents tend to use social platforms as a security blanket. They don't feel good about themselves, so they use social media to feel good about themselves or hurt themselves mentally." A security blanket is something that you attach to, something that you go to when you're having a hard time or you go to find your worth. I have personally done that in my own life, so I can see where they're going with this. And people use social media to feel good and bad about themselves. They go there to feel good about themselves, to post pictures to show people how they're doing, to reinstate all the positive things in their life. But they can also go there for negative reasons, and those are comparing yourself to people. A big reason is in relationships. People go on social media to stalk people and go see if if your current boyfriend, if they're ex girlfriends or friends of friends or anything really. And that can be a negative impact because you see if they're doing well and you start comparing when God made us all different for a reason, and we need to take that into consideration when looking at those things and realize you're never going to look like her and you're never going to act like her and you're never going to talk like her. So why are you comparing yourself? Social media not only ends friendships and relationships, but it creates an unrealistic reality for us all to live in. We look at social media at celebrities and they're posting with their Gucci bags, their Louis bags, their all their money, all the trips they're going on, and everything above that. And we're over here going to school, working a job, barely paying the bills, and we don't understand why we can't be like that, when in reality we can if we pursue our goals in the way that God wants us to perform those. It can be hard at times because you don't know the clarification of what God's divine nature is for you, but you can take the tools that He has given you and to apply those to your life. One of the apps that ended up coming out with social media that ruined a lot of relationships was dating apps like Tinder or Bumble or things like that. Those types of apps are very destructive to both parties involved. It can be a very easy way to cheat on a spouse or cheat on a boyfriend, girlfriend, and it seems harmless at the moment because you're not physically with them, but it is just the same. Back in the old days, they never had to worry about things like that because it was all just in-person communication. But now with this issue, is there's ways for us to communicate besides in person, and that's where things get tricky because people have different definitions of what cheating is now because we have to add social media onto it now. And if you take a look at that, social media has a very negative impact because it makes us question who we are and what our relationship entails and what we need to go looking forward now. And it's, are you able to define that relationship without social media or not? Social media can be very deceiving in what it is trying to portray and what is going on, but it has not been proven that social media can help relationships or friendships. And that's one of the main reasons that God put us on this earth, is to create relationships and share His word and share our testimony and help others that have been in similar situations like that. And in conclusion, where social media did not exist, like I just said, relationships were not ending because of this. So taking social media out of the equation will eliminate all these relationships and friendships that have been broken because of it. And there's all the 3 different aspects that we hit here was relationships are better when there wasn't any social media. There are so many negative aspects on comparing. You shouldn't even compare in the first place, but people do that and go to social media to do that. And if we just need to continue to build relationships based off of the truth and what we have with that person, the memories that we have with them, our relationship status, and if we continue to do that, we will continue to build stronger relationships that will further help us in the future with future relationships and also in the present. Thank you for listening.